Nintendo finally announced something Animal Crossing related, and it came completely out of nowhere. And what they announced is actually another update for Animal Crossing New Horizons, which no one thought we would see any more updates, because back in 2021, they released an update and they said this was the last major content update for Animal Crossing New Horizons. So no one was expecting this. In this video, we're going to go over all of the major new features and all of the major new items. And we're also going to talk about what this means if you're a Switch 1 user and what this means if you're a Switch 2 user. Before we get into it, I just want to mention that a very small percentage of people that watch my videos are actually subscribed. But subscribing is completely free, and it's a great way to support my channel, and I upload a new video every single Sunday. And if subscribing's not your thing, liking the video is a great way to show your support as well. So let's get into the major new free features that are going to be available for all players. So these features are part of the core free update, and they're accessible on both the original Nintendo Switch and the new Nintendo Switch 2. So starting off, we have the Resort Hotel. So this is going to be a part of the update that's available for everyone, and you'll be able to basically go into this brand new resort hotel and decorate guest rooms with themed requests similar to the Happy Home Paradise. If you've played that, that's a different DLC that came out several years ago. And then from there, hotel guests can visit and explore your main island. And then you can also earn hotel tickets currency for new items at Graham's shop. That's the first major feature. The next major feature is Slumber Islands. So if you've played Minecraft, I guess the best way to describe this is almost like a creative mode for your island. But I do want to mention that this feature does require Nintendo Switch Online membership. But essentially it allows you to have a creative mode by sleeping in your bed, and you can design up to 3 separate islands with infinite items, unlimited terraforming, and custom weather and time settings and anything like that. And you can even have your friends come visit your islands in slumber mode, which is pretty crazy. People love doing themed islands, so if you want to make a Christmas themed island or a Halloween themed island and you don't want to go gather all those resources and build them and have to then completely renovate your island to reset it, this is a great feature to allow you to like truly express yourself and have fun, and then your friends can come check it out too. So that's awesome. I kind of wish that had been added a really long time ago. I bet a lot of people are wishing that, but that's the way that it is. So this kind of goes hand in hand with that, but the third major feature that's coming out is Resetti's reset surface. So this is a highly, highly requested feature, but it allows players to quickly clear all the furniture, all the flowers, or custom designs from an area or the entire island. So if you just want to reset a certain beach, or you want to clear out all the paths you set, you can just easily do that using the reset service. So that's definitely something that I've wanted, and I know a lot of my friends have wanted in the game. It just seems to be like a universal thing. So these are like some pretty big features, but also kind of hand in hand as quality of life updates. Which brings me to the last aspect of the new features, which is just the quality of life improvements that they've announced in this new update. So first of all, bulk crafting. Finally, you can craft multiple items at once. One at a time was crazy. I think we can all admit that if you spend any time playing Animal Crossing. So, and along with the bulk crafting, they've released a new quality of life improvement for expanded storage. So your home storage increases from 5,000 all the way to 9,000 items. So you do have to purchase those upgrades, but that's really big. I honestly think they should have just gone to 10,000, but that's just me. And along with that, you can store plants now in your home storage. So grown trees, shrubs, and flowers can now be put into your home storage. That's, I don't know, it's kind of a minute thing, but it does make life easier. And then they've kind of added an adjustment to terraforming where you can kind of take steps and do easier paths and fence placement without having to be so deliberate and slow at it. So you can easily take steps in any direction. I'll have to kind of try that out for myself. I'm not exactly sure how good that will feel, but it looks pretty good in the trailer. Okay, so those are the new features, but then there's also going to be a bunch of new items. These items will be available via Nook Shopping, the new hotel shop, or with amiibos. So there's going to be some new items and retro gaming within Animal Crossing, kind of breaking the fourth wall here. So first of all, there's going to be Lego themed furniture and clothing items. And I think you have to like kind of upgrade your island's credibility in order to start to unlock some of those items. And there's also going to be retro Nintendo consoles. So the NES, the Famicom, and a couple other ones. And you can get these from the Hotel Shop, so the brand new hotel. And the craziest part about these new consoles that are in the game is if you have Nintendo Switch Online, you can play select classic games within Animal Crossing by interacting with those in-game consoles. So that's just super fun. It's not like a ton of people are going to be using that feature all the time, especially when you already have that feature on the home screen of your Switch. But I just love something like that. It's just, that's what games are for. Last thing in this category is the amiibo collaborations. So you can now use amiibos to bring certain specific villagers and items to your island. So you can get some villagers from The Legend of Zelda, and you can get the Triforce and the Heart Container items. And then you can get some Splatoon characters, and there's also going to be some Splatoon themed items. So kind of like a big business aspect of this is the Lego connection, the Legend of Zelda connection, and the Splatoon connection. So I'm sure that was very interesting to figure out behind the scenes, but really fun that they're bringing all those items into Animal Crossing. My favorite one of those is honestly the Lego stuff. So I'm excited to see that. Okay, so getting into it, if you are a Switch 1 player, here's what you need to know and how this update impacts you. Okay, so if you're on the original Nintendo Switch, you will get a vast majority of the new content completely free. You're going to get full access to all new content, the resort hotel features, the Slumber Island creative mode, and the quality of life updates like bulk crafting, storage, etc., and the new collaboration items as well. The game is also going to function the same, just with a significant injection of new free content. It's the same core experience. And there's no paywalled features for you. You will not miss out on any core gameplay elements due to hardware limitations. The only thing you'll miss out on is playing the Nintendo Switch Online features. So if you have that, then you're going to have everything as soon as the update comes out. But if not, that's the only thing that will limit you. But there's nothing exclusive to the Switch 2 about those things that I just mentioned. You will still be limited by the original hardware's performance, so resolution and the existing 8-player online limit, which I'll get to in the next section, but the Switch 2 will actually now have a maximum of 12 players. Okay, so that's pretty quick and easy. If you're a Switch 1, you can stop watching here. That's everything you need to know. Okay, if you're on Switch 2, so players who purchase or upgrade to the new Nintendo Switch 2 edition get access to performance enhancements and a few hardware exclusive features through a paid upgrade pack. And Nintendo has announced this upgrade pack will cost $4.99 US, which is honestly super cheap. Big fan of that. So some of the enhancements you're going to get if you're on Switch 2, in addition to all that content that I just went over in the first part of this video, is you're also going to get improved resolution, including up to 4K resolution when you're connected to a TV. And they say smoother frame rates and faster loading times. We'll see what that means when it comes out. We'll probably have to test that out for ourselves to see really how good that is. We're also going to get some hardware exclusive features through the paid upgrade pack. So mouse controls you can use now the Joy-Con 2s for decorating, designing, and typing on the bulletin board. You can also use them when you're decorating rooms and stuff like that. So mouse controls are coming to Switch 2 Animal Crossing. There's also something they're using on the Switch 2 called the in-game megaphone. So if you have the Switch 2, you'll be able to use the console's built-in microphone to call out villager names, and they will reply, and you can kind of find out which direction they're in from you by yelling their name using the megaphone. So that's like a very Animal Crossing-esque mechanic, I feel like. Yeah, it just has a lot of personality and is actually pretty useful. So that's like an A+ Animal Crossing feature, in my opinion. And then here's like kind of the big news, 12-player online sessions. So previously you were limited to 8 players per island. Now you'll be able to have 12 players on your island. So larger online gatherings are possible, but only with other Switch 2 players. So you and all the 11 other people on your island have to have Switch 2s. So take that as you will. That is how the new feature works there. And then there's some camera play features as well. So you'll be able to show your face above your character when you're visiting your friend's island if you really want. But I don't think that feature is that great. Some people might use that. I probably won't. So if you're on the new hardware, the Switch 2, the paid upgrade pack enhances the experience significantly and offers a genuine definitive edition feel, while original Switch players will get the full core game experience as well. So that's kind of everything you need to know. And the update comes out January 15th, 2026. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty much everything we know at this point. and I've tried to sort of condense it. I guess this video is not even that much shorter than the actual Animal Crossing video they announced, but if you just wanted to know specifically how this impacted Switch 1 or Switch 2, now you do, and kind of a quick rundown of the features. Anyway, that's all I got for this week's video, and I'll catch you guys in next week's video. Peace out.